Guys, my name is Elias, and Peacemaker has officially dropped its eighth and final episode of season 2 on HBO Max. So, here's my take on it. The penultimate episode saw Peacemaker break down in front of the team as his brother Keith almost died following Augie 2's unfortunate death. Judo Master also came around in helping spare the team from imprisonment as Peacemaker was arrested for his portal tech, and with it now in the hands of Argus, episode 8 promised to be the wildest of the season, and boy was it a doozy. A month ago where we finally get to see just what it was that happened between Peacemaker and Hardcourt that the former is so hung up on all the time. They bond at Bellyburger over some shots, then on the pier over a talk about their friends, then finally at the boat where music by a band named Nelson plays, and we later find out that they share a passionate kiss. Which I'm totally surprised James Gunn even let John Cena back up on his wife, but it's Hollywood after all. I was under the impression that they did the deed this whole time, so, them just kissing, I guess, still subverted my expectations. Back in the present day, Peacemaker, now believing he is the angel of death, is bailed out of prison by Adebayo, who has a very emotional breakup with her girlfriend in this episode, and Vigilante using the latter's blood money that he keeps in the basement, even though he would rather have just killed the judge's family before Peacemaker's court date, as he so casually suggested. Peacemaker picks up eagerly and leaves town, however, due to his self-hatred and prefers isolation when his friends would rather have him with them. Meanwhile, Rick Flag's agents at Argus venture into Peacemaker's interdimensional doorways, first entering a sort of Candyland with terroristic gremlin-sized goblins to a skullhead dimension to a zombie dimension, and more, with numerous agents losing their lives to the cause. What is this cause, you may ask? Well, as Rick Flag puts it, it's to find a habitable planet that, once found, will act as a sort of prison for any beings they deem a threat in order to make our world a safer place. Good intentions, I'm sure, but when he's taking advice from and quote unquote using Lex Luthor's intelligent mind for good, we already know how this whole thing is going to end up. Bad. Rick Flag ends up calling the planet Salvation. Now, the Salvation Run was a storyline in DC Comics that had to do with that very premise where villains formed unlikely alliances and whatnot, which I think is going to be a key element to the Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, where we'll likely get to see numerous heavy hitters make their first appearances in the DCU in this prison after Rick Flag gets busy occupying that dimension with them. Anyways, Rick Flag's change of character stops sitting right with Sasha as her desire to stop serving such a broken system effectively ends their fling and forces her to join the efforts of Hardcourt and the rest of the 11th Street Kids. Sorry about that. They get Economos to distract the agents at Argus in possibly the most hilarious way he ever could, which is further explored in an after credit scene that's even funnier, so definitely stay for that. Once they ping Peacemaker's location, the gang finds him at a rundown motel with Vigilante tackling and tasing him so he doesn't run away again. Adrian is so funny. Easily one of the funniest DC characters so far. They do have an intervention of sorts for him as they're able to cut through his self-loathing ways and make him realize that he's actually a good, albeit big and dumb person that inspires hope and friendship in them. Sure, everyone around Peacemaker dies, but as Adebayo puts it, she saw an eagle hug a human because of him. She knows who she is because of him. He's Vigilante's best friend. Economos is less of a coward because of him. Even Harcourt professes her feelings in the most hardcore way to him just to make him see that his life isn't for nothing. Freaking James Gunn, man. Peacemaker then celebrates having gotten the answer from her that he's been seeking this entire season, encapsulating a brighter future for the psychotic anti hero. The gang, using Vigilante's blood money, then build a base for themselves and call it Checkmate, an anti hero covert ops agency from DC Comics to quote unquote make the world a better place. Judo Master and Agent Flurry also join the fray, which provides banter between he and Vigilante that I never knew I needed in my life, and Economos builds a beautiful bond with Eagly that he's been trying to achieve the whole season. Everyone gets a happy ending, and seeing as James Gunn has no plans for a season 3 yet, it seems we'll just have to wait for confirmation as to when exactly we'll see this band of characters back again. But wait, there's more! So Peacemaker gets grabbed by Argus and gets tossed in the Salvation Dimension, to which Flag retorts that he wants to see the effect this dimension has on the human body, but of course he finally just wants to get his payback for Peacemaker killing his son. As Peacemaker hears some otherworldly growling in the distance, there's no telling what's going to happen to him, but I'm sure whatever it is, we'll find out in 2027 when Man of Tomorrow drops in theaters. It looks like he's standing on my head. I'm stupid. Overall, I really dug this season way more than the first, if I'm being honest, and I just love that this feels like a more cohesive and connected DC universe than ever before. James Gunn seems to be pulling out all the stops to really give fans what they've sorely been missing from the IP, and I am here for it. More comic references, more cameos, more character development, and most of all, more DC, please. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, share it to others so they can join in on the conversation, and subscribe to my channel as well as follow me on all socials at Takes with Eli. Get in my comments with your thoughts on the second season finale of Peacemaker, and are you excited for the future of DC? But until next time, take care and God bless.